Update on F24 recently found out who my daughter's F8 father is and I don't know how to feel. We sat down and talked. I asked him if he remembered the last party I went to in high school and he said not really. He said he remembers waking up on the bathroom floor of his friend's guest room and I was in the bed, and when he tried to wake me up I told him to leave me alone. He said he didn't want to leave me at some random friend's house, so he carried me home. I asked him if he remembered what I was wearing and what he was wearing. He said he thinks I was wearing a dress or something. He asked why I was asking all these questions. I told he that I was trying to figure out something and this will help me, and he said okay. I asked again what he was wearing. He said he vaguely remembers asking his friend for some pants because his had thrown up on his. I asked if he knew who the father of my daughter was. He said, "No, I guess the guy who got you to stop partying," and I said there was no guy. I stopped because I was kinda scared after I didn't remember that night, and he said a lot of people at that party didn't remember after and he was one of them. I told him I didn't remember who my daughter's father was and it happened at that party. He seemed surprised and he hugged me because I looked like I was going to cry. He offers to take a paternity test and that he's pretty sure that he's not my daughter's biological father. So he's scheduling one tomorrow. Update. This is my last update. After my husband got the results that he was the father, he broke down and explained how he found me and how bad he felt for not protecting me. He told me how he cleaned me up and took me home. He knew in his heart he couldn't have done that to me. He asked me about the party afterwards, but I didn't remember and neither did he, so he thought he was protecting me by not telling me. After that I didn't go out much and there was a rumor about me having a boyfriend. When he saw I was pregnant he didn't feel it was his place to ask questions about who the father was. He inferred that it was the rumored boyfriend. After I had my daughter he noticed I was struggling and offered help. I told him what my mom told me to tell people about my daughter's father. He said at first it was to help as a childhood friend, but he started doing more after he started seeing me as more than a friend. He knew if we started a relationship he would take in my daughter as his. I showed him my post and he understood why everyone was telling me to leave and that he truly didn't remember doing that to me. He feels horrible and told me he wished he knew so he could have done more. He told me how his stomach sank when he saw the results and how much guilt washed over him. He told me I had full power over this and he had no right to object. I asked him to stay with someone for a while so I could sort my thoughts. He stayed with his parents for a few days and called me daily to make sure we were okay. I recently found out I was pregnant. We decided to go to couples therapy and individual therapy. We have more than 2 kids. I feel like putting the specific number will be too many details and someone might be able to tell who we are. We are planning to stay together. I'm still in love with him and this hasn't changed that. We are going to see if his name can go on our daughter's birth certificate. We will tell our family the details soon. I feel like my brother will react like everyone here did. Mostly because he was against us getting married, and even though they were best friends he completely cut communications with him when we started dating. I know this wasn't the update a lot of people were hoping for, but I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm aware I probably shouldn't have posted this. At the time I wanted to vent and this seemed like a convenient place to do that. Thank you everyone for your concern.